All right, so here we go. Same quiz that we're looking at, numbers 3 and 4. So here we're actually given a number, whereas number 1 and 2, it just said X years. And we said, all right, whatever, we'll leave X as a variable. Number 3 and 4, they actually give us an amount of time. But if we take a look, you can read through number 3 and 4 on your own. I just jotted down some of the details. Number 1, we've got a population growing at 3.2% per year. There's 80,000 people right now, and we're asked for the population in 4 years. So again, these are general equations when we're talking about a percent increase or percent decrease, exponential growth or exponential decay. So again, with growing, with this right here, let's do this in green. Growing tells me I can do the 1 plus r. So that tells me I can do the 1 plus r instead of 1 minus r. Number 4, I'll jump ahead a little bit here. Number 4 says we're losing a certain percent. So I go, so that tells me that I can do 1 minus r. I'm going to do this equation or expression instead. But let's see here. So what else do we need? We need a and we need r. Again, I'll start here with ra times 1 plus r to the power of x. And I ask myself, I need a, I need r, and in this case, since I know the time, this right here, that 4 years, that's going to be x. Let me see, I'm going to grab another color here. So 4 years, this is going to be x. X equals 4. So that'll go right here. Set that up. What else do we have though? A is the initial population, so that's right now. That's A. So we'll start with, we got 80,000 people right now, and then I'm probably going to erase that 4 and rewrite it. And if we're thinking about R is the percentage rate of, in this case, increase, 3.2%. Let's see here, what color can I use for that? So this will be, R will equal 3.2%, which we can divide that by 100 to get the decimal form if you need, but that's going to be 0.032. So that'll fill in for R there. Now, if you wanted to, since we have all the numbers here, unlike numbers 1 and 2 where we didn't know the time, we had X years, we didn't know the time, we just said, well, we can simplify the 1 plus R or the 1 minus R, but otherwise we're stuck. Here, we can do all of this. And if you wanted to, you can just put all of this on the calculator as it is. I'm going to do a little bit of simplifying before I go to the calculator. So I'm going to do the 1 plus that. So that's going to become 1.032 to the 4th power. I'm just going to do all of this now on the calculator. 80,000 times 1.032 to the 4th power. And it's given me 90,742.089. It keeps going. And of course, I think you, I think you all know in my classroom, we're talking about people. This is a population of people. In my classroom, we need a whole number. So right now we're sitting at 2 with a 0 next to it. So this is going to be about 90,742 people. That's our best estimate based on the information we have there. Okay, so that's it. So the difference between 3 and 4 versus 1 and 2 is that we know the time period. That's going to be X. And we can perform all of the operations and get a single number, no variables in our answer. Number 4 will be a very similar process, except we'll have, in this case, we're decreasing, we're losing. So that tells us we're going to do the 1 minus R. Okay. But again, I'm going to start here. We'll have A times 1 minus R to the power of X. And I'm going to fill in for A, R, and X in this case, because I know all 3 numbers. What do we have here? The 2,000 animals, that would be the current population. That's our initial value. So that's A. So we can fill in a 2,000. Let's see, 18%. The percent is going to be R. What color did we do last time? So R is 18%, which is 0.018, or excuse me, 0.18. Okay, so I can fill that in. And then X is the time. In this case, we're measuring it in decades. And don't be fooled here. Read carefully, think critically. Number 3, it was a percent per year, and we were doing a number of years. So these matched per year and year. These matched. That's all we care about. Don't get fooled and think, oh, a decade is 10 years. I got to switch this. 3 decades is 30 years. We don't need to do that because our percentage is per decade. So it matches. So I go, perfect. I don't have to change anything. I don't have to think about a decade is 10 years. I'm just going to put in 3 for X. That's it. And again, if you can get there, I think the hard part's over. I am going to break this down a little bit. The 2,000, I'll put into the calculator. I'm going to do this part before I go to the calculator. That is going to be, let's see, if we're losing 18%, that means we're going to keep 82%, which is 0.82. That's what that's going to give us. So now I'm going to go to the calculator with this. 20,000 times 0.82 to the third power. I get 11,027.36. 11,027.36. Came out exactly that way on the calculator. Just double check. But again, in this case, it's live animals. Same rule of rounding for me for live animals, nearest whole numbers. So we're sitting at a 7 with a 3 next door. That is approximately 11,027 animals. I think the last thing I'll say on numbers 3 and 4, of course, thinking about if our answers are reasonable. Number 3, we have a population that's growing, so numbers should be getting bigger. I could tell you right away that our answer should be more than 80,000. Number 4, we're losing, should be getting smaller, so our answer should be smaller than 2,000. And whoops, I put it in 20,000, didn't I? Oh boy. Let's fix that real quick. So let's do that. Knock off a 0. Yeah, that's bigger. 11,000 is bigger. That'd be a growing population, not a shrinking population. So that's going to change our numbers here. My bad about that, but it should just be an order of magnitude. It should just be, move our decimal point. All right, so there we go, 1,102.736. Yeah, so it's the same digits, just the decimal point moved over. But now I've got a 2 with a 7 next door, so that'll round us up 1,103 animals. Okay, there we go. So a good thing I checked if my answer was reasonable. I caught my mistake. So there's 3 and 4. We'll do one more video for 5 and 6 from that quiz.